Okay, and this Oman is also one of a very beautiful country. That is whether you want to go to private sector or you want to go to government sector, because the approach and the way of getting appointed is entirely different for these two. So the prometric exam here is conducted by Oman Medical Specialty Board in Oman, especially in Muscat. You will have to come and give the interview. This interview will be scheduled by the Ministry of Health. 65 to 80,000 Indian rupees per month. It comes to around.
Okay, got it. Hello all, this is Dr. Dheeraj Masapu. I am a consultant anesthesiologist working in a corporate hospital in Bangalore. And today we have Dr. Manjunath. And initially he joined in NMC Hospital, which is a private hospital. And later on, at present is working in a government hospital in Oman, which is located in Muscat. So welcome to the channel, Dr. Manjunath.
Thank you, Dr. Dheeraj.
So my subscribers, most of them are MD first, second, third years, and post-MD pass-outs are there. So on behalf of them, I would be asking you some questions. So the first question would be, what is your story behind going to Oman? So why did you actually choose to go?
Yeah, actually, first of all, thank you for inviting me for your channel and giving me this opportunity to speak about myself and my journey in the field of anesthesia. Basically, I did my anesthesia, MD anesthesia in India. Then after which I was working in one of the corporate hospitals in Bangalore. So as the time passed on, then I decided to do my fellowship in neuroanesthesia because I discovered my interest in neuroanesthesia. Then I did my fellowship in neuroanesthesia from one of the corporate hospitals under the aegis of ISNAC in India. I have done my fellowship. Post my fellowship, I came back to Bangalore. I worked as a consultant in neuroanesthesia and neurocritical care for a few years. Then actually I decided to move to Gulf countries because one is like I just wanted to explore working environment in different countries. Basically, I had a good number of years of experience in India, in Bangalore, and then I decided I would like to get some more experience outside India. So that's how I decided. And like when I thought of GCC countries, see, this Oman is a separate country. UAE group of countries are separate. Okay, and this Oman is also one of a very beautiful country, very attractive, and very living friendly. People are very good. That's what I had heard a review from my friends who are already working in GCC. So then I decided like, okay, I would like to try to get into Oman. Then I started discussing about what are the ways to get into the work in GCC with my friends. Then I got some information based on which like I decided my plan and I started working on it. So that's how like my journey began. So then initially I got an opportunity to work in one of the private hospitals. I got a job opportunity, from one of the private hospitals in Oman country, in the Muscat. Muscat is the capital city here. So I got an opportunity to work in the Muscat itself. So then the whole journey began.
Got it. So basically, you're saying you have to get a job first. Later on, the process will start.
Yes.
Got it.
So basically, see, to get in. Then when I did a research about like the ways to get into GCCs, so there are different ways actually. See here, first we have to decide.
What is GCC, Gulf?
Okay, so basically, there are. You have to have a clear picture where you are going to work. So when you're planning to move to Gulf countries, so that is whether you want to go to private sector or you want to go to government sector, because the approach and the way of getting appointed is entirely different for these two. Especially, I'll be speaking about like the Oman country. Yeah. Okay, so in Oman, like I came to private hospitals. So the private hospitals, what I did was, see, you can get the job opportunities by getting in contact with the HRs of private hospitals here. So by doing some research, you would know like which are all the popular private hospitals in Oman. So then you can try to get the contact of the HRs and you can directly contact them through their contact number by sending your CVs. Okay, that is one mode. The other way is like you can prepare your resume and then you can upload it in your LinkedIn. So because through LinkedIn, the opportunities are more. The HRs, especially in their institutions, if there is a vacancy, they will try to contact you. If there is a resume which is there in the LinkedIn, and if you are open for the job, definitely you will get a call some other time. Okay. For me, like I got to know that there is a vacancy in this private hospital through my friend who was already working in Muscat. So then I got the HR contact number. Then I contacted him. Then he guided me further how to do, what to do. So initially, like to join a private, so once you will have an interaction with the HR of a private hospital, so they will try to schedule a meeting with the respective department heads and they will take a brief interview. And if you are being selected in that interview, and if the hospital is happy to hire you based on your CV and the interaction and the interview what you have with them, so then if they're satisfied with that, then they will be sending you an offer letter through the email. And then going through the offer letter, if you are happy, you can accept it and you can send back the offer letter. The offer letter comprises of the work pattern, what they exactly expect from you, and even the salary details also they will mention. So going through all these things, if you are happy with this, you can sign the sign the offer letter. It's not a contract, I'm telling. It's an offer letter. So, and you accept it and you send. Once you accept it, then they begin the process of like appointing. So to join the private, the first step is like you will have to clear a prometric exam to come here. So the prometric exam here is conducted by Oman Medical Specialty Board. Okay, it is basically under the ministry, under the government. It is not under the private. Even though to get the job in ministry, even though you have to get the job in the private hospital, you need to clear the exams and you need to get the license first. The license will be ultimately given by the ministry only. So once you get the license, then only you will be eligible to work in the private. That's how it goes, basically. So first thing is you need to clear the prometric exam. Prometric exam centers are there across the world. Even the countries where you are there, like you will have designated centers. So by going to the prometric website, in that particular, you'll have to go for a Oman Medical Specialty Board, OMSB. And once you enter that website under OMSB, then you will have directions how to apply for the test and the test centers. You can select the test centers in your own country, and there will be a scheduled time and the date given. Accordingly, you can prepare, you can go and give the test. And it will be a 2 hours test, basically 120 minutes, and you will have some 70 questions. It's all multiple choice questions, which covers almost all aspects of anesthesia, basics, system, everything will be covered. And the weightage of marks also will be given accordingly. And once you write all these questions and you submit it, immediately at the end of the test, you will get the report card. So you need to have at least a 60% to have a qualified this test. So once you have got a report card and if you have qualified, you can send this report card to the HR that you have cleared the prometric exam. This is the first step. Then the next step is like you'll have to make a data flow process. So again, data flow process, there are many ways. Like you can ask your HR only to do it. So they will help you in doing it, or else like you can go to the data flow OMSB website and it's like self-explanatory. You can apply there and you can get the data flow work done. This data flow process roughly will take around 1 month to complete, where the background they will try to inquire and verify your education, work experience, everything will be your medical registration, everything will be verified, and you will get the data flow report. Once this data flow report is ready, that will be again submitted to HR. So once these prometric and data flow reports are ready with them, they will apply for a license. And the license will be provided by Ministry of Labor here. So they will have to take a clearance from the Ministry of Labor here in this country by submitting all your documents as well. So like initially with these two preliminary requisites, they will ask for all your documents like educational and experience, work experience, and your basic ID related documents. Everything will have to submit to the HR. With all these documents, with the prometric card and then this data flow report, they will apply for a clearance. Meanwhile, they will have to get a date for an interview. See, because prometric is only a multiple choice. Again, one more step. The second step is like you'll have to give a direct interview here in Oman. Especially in Muscat, you will have to come and give the interview. This interview will be scheduled by the Ministry of Health. Here, the respective department, whichever the specialty you are. For example, we are anesthetists, so the Ministry of Health will hire some Ministry of Health working anesthesiologist to take an interview. So it will be like a practical kind of interview, basically case-oriented discussions. They will try to know more about your work experience and the way how we are going to handle the cases here. So this is the second step, I can say. This is the second step of examination. You will have to clear this. Once this exam is done, the report card from the Ministry of Health will go to the Ministry of Labor. Okay. So when ultimately the Ministry of Labor receives your prometric, your data flow, and the interview report from the Ministry of Health, so then they issue the labor clearance. Okay. Once the labor clearance is issued, then they will get the license number. This will all be followed by the HR. We need not worry. Our as a candidates looking for job, our main focus will be like to clear the exams and to provide all the documents whatever they have requested. So once you get the from the Ministry of Labor, once you get a clearance and the license, then you will be eligible to work. So before starting work, your HR will be calling you and they will be giving you a full contract paper. You have to go through the complete contract. Usually they will take a contracts of 2 years period. So the 2 years contract, the day you sign, from then onwards, your day of working starts. Then you will be joining the department and you will be working. So, and till the 2 years, you will be working with that particular hospital. So once you sign the contract, then they will start processing your visa, everything. I mean, the resident visa. Once your resident visa is done, you will be flying here with resident visa. Once you're coming here, then you will have to make a resident card, basically, which is otherwise called as labor card. So like this and all, it's easy to be done. So it's like one week, or sometimes it will take less than that, and it will be done by our HRs only. Need not worry. So once you have a resident card and license, you can start working here.
So in the hospital, what will be the regular work timing?
See, basically, in the private, it will be around 8 hours duty, what they expect daily. So that means in a week, they expect 48 hours to complete. So, but sometimes, depending upon the caseload, we may have to little overwork, and usually in the salary they will quote that if any overtime working, that will be included in the package actually. Okay, so they will not pay anything extra for the overtime.
Got it. So basically, it's a comfortable work time according to me compared to India.
Yeah.
So next question would be, if you have to take your family there, wife and kids, then what is the process?
Yes, definitely. See, for that, first of all, you will be basically a chief of the particular hospital. Okay. So then we have a resident card. In that resident card, our sponsorship name, I mean, the hospital which I'm working, the hospital name will be coming as the sponsor's name. Okay. So once my resident card is ready, then we will have to apply for the family joining visa. So for family joining visa, again, they will ask the documents, especially for the wife, they will ask the passport details, and then they will ask for the marriage certificate, and they will ask for the health checkup, basically. The health checkup is a compulsory for spouse who are coming here. Health checkup should be done in designated centers which are authorized by the Gulf countries. Those designated health centers are there in India as well. So those particular centers, you'll have to take an appointment and you have to tell that you're planning to move on a resident visa. So for that, you'll have to get a health checkup. So they will have a complete list of checkups and they will do it. And within a day, you will get the report. So once that report you have, those reports and along with these documents like marriage certificate and passport copy, all those things you'll have to submit to our HR. And same way for the kid, they will ask vaccination certificate and a birth certificate for kids. And usually health checkup will not be asked for kids less than 15 years. So Once you submit the kid's passport copy, kid's vaccination certificate, and birth certificate, with all these documents, our HR will help to submit for a family joining visa. So they will get the family joining visa. With this, they can fly here. Once they come here, then we will have to apply for a resident card. Even for them, we will have to get the resident card. So once we have a resident card here, we can stay here for 2 years.
Superb, superb. So now I'll ask a few questions about the quality of life there, which includes house rent, climate, and places where you can relax. So first will be house rent. So how will the house rent be?
House rent actually, like here the currency, I know you guys are aware that it's in riyals, Omani riyals.
Oh, Oman is riyals.
Riyals.
Okay, got it.
Omani riyals. So yeah, so here depending upon the type of accommodation what you would like, so based on that the rents are there. So like it somewhere starts from 200 250 for a 2 BHK house flat, for example. 2 BHK flat, like it's somewhere around 200 to 250, and it can be up to 400 riyals based on the environment and the amenities what you're looking for. So if you take it in Indian rupees, it comes to somewhere around 65 to 80.
My signal got broken. 65 to 80,000.
65 to 80,000 Indian rupees per month. It comes to around.
Okay, got it.
So, and like places here in Oman,
climate,
like very living climate. Actually, here the summer starts from March and it goes almost up to October.
Okay.
So, and the peak summer is between June and July. Okay. June, July time, it's a peak summer. And usually the kids and all will have summer holidays in the schools is in June and July. Unlike in India, April and May, here it is in June and July.
Okay.
And then like from November till February, it's like a winter season, like winter and like a spring season, like how we feel like a Bangalore weather only here.
Okay.
So the rest of the 8 months, it will be like a core summer where you cannot live without a AC. You need to have a AC all the time on. And here, like
theaters, malls, and those things are good, I feel.
Yeah. We have lot of malls, recreational places, and so many beaches are there here.
Okay.
So wonderful places, and also we get a lot of greenery to see. That is the beauty of Oman. Actually, I should say here, unlike some other Gulf countries, what attracts Oman is like the greenery, the roads, greenery, everything is very beautiful, and the beaches are really beautiful here. And to be frank, like people are very loving, caring here. So and very soft-spoken people, very kind-hearted. So that's what I believe. Like Oman is a nice place to live, basically.
Got it. Super. So now I think audience would have got an idea about the pathway, how the life will be, and
correct. And one more thing I would like to inform you. See, all this entryway, what I've told you is for private. If you're looking for a ministry jobs, basically you will have to register in authorized agencies in India. So through the agencies you will have to come. Because in the ministry, periodically, as and when there is a requirement, they will try to hire anesthetists from other countries. Likewise, even they may plan to visit India and try to hire anesthetists from there, as and where like the requirement is in Oman. So then this Ministry of Health is the one which is going to hire anesthetists from other countries. This Ministry of Health will be in contact with few agencies. So, and if you have registered with a few agencies, definitely they will intimate you about the Ministry of Health looking for anesthetists. So then they will schedule a particular date and time for an particular date, time and venue, which your agencies will inform you. So you will have to attend an interview. And here the examiners, basically from the Ministry of Health, doctors, and also like the office workers, they all will come there. So, and they will take an interview. Basically there, before they will give you a multiple choice question test. And then based on the results of the MCQs, they will shortlist few candidates in that. And these people will come for a final interview. So in Ministry of Health job, there is no prometric exam required. It is the multiple choice questions which you give at the interview site itself acts like a prometric. and then you will have to clear an interview. And if you have done well in the interview, then you will be selected, and they will intimate the agencies that the list of selected candidates, and in turn the agencies will inform you whether if you have been selected. So you have been selected means then you will have to wait, because once they conduct an interview and come here, it will not be like immediately the process starts. Slowly, like the Ministry of Health, depending upon the requirement and the places where they have to post these candidates, so they will try to like start sending the visas. The visas will be reaching the agencies, and the agencies will be giving you the entry visa. So you will have to come here with the entry visa, and the Ministry of Health, they will receive you from the airport, and they will be next guiding you what to be done next year. So once you come here, so then they will ask you to sign the contract. You can go through the contract here, and here you will get to know where exactly is your posting. It may be in the Muscat, capital city, or it may be in other parts of Oman. So in the contract, it will be mentioned, and you will, if you're happy with it, you can sign the contract. And once you sign the contract, you can start working. Meanwhile, they'll start processing for your visa. I mean to say, like resident visa and the resident card. So that's how the entry for the ministry jobs.
Got it.
So
through agency, if you go, only data flow you have to do. That's it. Rest of the things will be taken care in the interview itself.
Through the agencies, they will try to
Easy,
help
actually.
you.
More easier.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but so many fraud agencies will be there. How do we actually know which is a good agency?
That actually you should be very careful about it, because like it's better to have contact of few friends like who have entered Gulf countries through particular. I would recommend to go through that particular
You can
agency.
send it to me. I have a WhatsApp community. So in that, all my subscribers are there. I'll share those links there, so that they don't any fraud agencies or anything.
Sure.
That way we can help them. So that is about Oman. So for example, somebody wants to come to Oman. So Muscat is a better place to stay. Look, better hospitals. How do you?
Yes, it's a capital city, and here it's very living friendly environment, and you get whatever you want. Everything is. Malls, everything, shopping complexes, everything is good. You can have a good life here. And the other parts of Oman, if you get a job opportunity, you can still move, but you may not be having this much of facilities in those peripheries. That is one thing.
Okay. So coming to the leave flexibility, they say that you get 1 to 2 months of leave in a year. Is that true?
Yeah, actually, in the private, it is like a 30 days paid leave you get in a month, in a year. So 30 days, that is per year, and total it will be 60 days in a contract period.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and in between, like if you are, you will get some holidays here, and if you work on those holidays, it will be considered as a compensatory off. You can apply it for some other day whenever you require. You can utilize them as a compensatory off. And in the ministry, if you're working in a ministry, here the annual leaves are 48 days.
Got it.
So the ministry, actually, like ministry hospitals are more streamlined with respect to working hours. Like there you will be working 7 hours a day, and once you are finishing your 7 hours, you are exiting there. So because your reliever will come, and you will be relieved from your duties. So you can have more quality of life. You can have more leisure time. You can enjoy with your family time if you are in a ministry job than private job. But if I compare private job here and in India, definitely you can have more quality life here compared to India.
Got it.
Because you get good amount of time to spend with the family.
Got it. Understood. I can clearly understand the differences there. And second thing is, for example, if MD pass out is there, 3 years is the period they have to work in India, after which they will be eligible, right? So which place if they work would be helpful for them after MD?
Preferably if you have worked in a corporate hospital with good experience, that would definitely fetch you an opportunity. Because like in the interview, either for the ministry or for the private, as I already said, to get the license, you will have to have an interview with the ministry anesthetist only. So basically, they will try to extract like the kind of work you have done there, because they will be looking for those anesthetists who have done a very quality work and who are experienced in like recent developments. So Like so in that way, like if you have worked in a good central institutes or like good medical colleges and in the private hospitals, definitely that will fetch you an opportunity. But minimum 3 years of working experience is mandatory to come here.
Got it, got it.
And to get into a job and to get into a specialist post here, you need to have compulsory master's degree or a DNB specialty degree, broad specialty degree.
Got it, got it. So to become a consultant, is it possible for Indians to become?
It is definitely possible, but the opportunities are less, I can say.
Okay.
See, the minimum 12 years of experience, what they expect, and preferably UK degrees, European degrees, what they prefer to give a consultant post than Indian degrees straight away.
Got it, got it.
If you have a European degrees with you and more than 12 years experience, and if there is a real vacancy for a consultant, definitely you will be considered.
Okay, now what is the scope of super specialties like cardiac anesthetist, transplant, and the neuro anesthesia? Like people who have done DMs and fellowships in those areas. What kind of scope they have in Oman?
Yeah, see, basically, like here, you should be totally aware that in the private hospitals, you cannot be doing all type of cases because the ministry will have some restrictions put on the private hospitals. So most of the time they will be eligible to do ASA 1, 2 and 3 category cases. So high risk cases and all, they will not have a privilege to do that. So in that case, they will have to refer to the ministry of hospitals, such kind of high risk patients. So in that way, if it comes to super speciality, it's like more in the ministry of hospitals, this kind of cases happens than the private sector. In the ministry, here, the cardiac anesthesia, neuro anesthesia, everything is happening, but as such, they are not hiring super specialists only for this kind of super specialities. Okay. They are currently running with a general anesthetist with a field experience, with the subspecialty experience. They are trying to run the show in this super specialty. But definitely in the future, there is a scope for this super specialist who have done fellowships or like a DM degree in this subspecialties. Definitely in future, definitely there will be a scope. I can say compared to India, in this super specialty, they are still behind compared to India. The type of surgeries we do in this subspecialty here, they're still lagging by a few years, I can say. So with this, like as the day progresses, I think definitely there will be scope for many DM candidates coming here, and here also these subspecialties getting flourishes. I think days are not very far.
Got it. I think in the upcoming future, the complexity is going to increase because Middle East is becoming a hub for medical tourism.
Yeah.
Look at it in the center of the globe, actually, center of the world.
Yes.
So the complexity will, is
going to here also we do all types of super specialty cases, but I feel like the quality, I think still there is a scope to improve here.
Got it.
And definitely they are focusing on that, and I think that in the coming up years, I think it will be happening.
So if somebody has to excel in Oman, okay, what kind of preparation he should do in India before coming there? What kind of courses or what kind of this training he should take?
See, basically, like once you have done with the specialty degree, so you work in good corporate hospitals where you master all techniques. So, for example, your regional anesthesia, like airway interventions, handling difficult kind of cases, and the ICU management, basically. So here in the ministry hospitals, they expect the anesthesia team only to look after the ICU. And if anesthetists who have interest towards the ICU or who have done some fellowships in ICU degree, they would be chosen and they will be given more preference to appoint to work in the ICUs. But basically, there is no separate critical care department as such here in the ministry as such. So here the anesthesia department itself will be running the ICU department. So if you have experience in all these fields and if you have gained all this expertise, definitely you will be having a ample opportunity to get in.
In that way, I feel neuroanesthesia is a little better because you actually manage the OT work and ICU as well in your overall.
Exactly.
So you'll have an edge.
Exactly. So here, definitely, we do neuro intervention procedures as well. That is all flourishing now, I can say. So it's all stroke work and ICU management, trauma, head injuries. So these are all happening nicely now. These days, like the approach to the case management, everything is good here. So if you have done a subspecialty in neuroanesthesia, definitely you have got a good scope.
Because any ICU you take, 50% will be neuro-related only. Less 50% will be gastro and other sepsis and those things. So
yes, definitely. I am currently working in a ministry hospital, which is a national trauma center and neuro center here in Oman. So here we get all referred cases. I mean, all across the Oman, we get all complicated neuro cases referred here. So in that way, our ICU, I can say 90% of the patients are filled with neuro patients.
That's what you'll have an advantage there.
Yes.
So now you have to gear up with all the gadgets and everything for a neuro this thing, so that they understand how to use. Once you start developing that field, then in future, I think more opportunities will develop for juniors also.
Yeah, actually, there are gadgets here we are already using. For example, intraop neuro monitoring and all we are doing here as well.
Got it.
So intraop neuro monitoring. Only thing is I in India I had an experience of working with intraop MRI. Yeah. So those kind of things are lacking here. I think they have to focus next on this intraop MRI, such kind of thing. And also the functional neurosurgeries are, to my knowledge, not much of cases happening here, functional MRIs. Functional neurosurgeries. So those are the areas of interest, and they are the areas of future, I think.
Those are the areas that need some kind of development.
Yes, those people who are having good expertise in that, definitely they have a big role here if they come here.
Basically, those surgeons who have experience in that should come there. After that, slowly the patients will start building.
If the comes there, yes, as anesthetists, we get an opportunity to do such kind of cases.
Correct. It is based on them rather than us.
Yes.
Super. So then overall, you think it's a very wise decision to move there? That is your overall this thing?
Definitely yes. Because India, see, I enjoyed working in India as well. But I guess you all know that the kind of work stress what we have. Because of the more number of patients, we'll be working overtime there. Yes, so I felt like it was like more stress for us, for ourselves, and definitely it will be stress for the family because we were not able to give much time for them. So that was the major decision making thing for me. So I felt like, okay, I have to reduce my stress and also to give time to the family, and that's how I chose here. And in that way, if I think, definitely I've done a wise decision.
Yes,
and also,
please continue.
And also the remuneration what you are being paid compared to India, definitely you will enjoy it, and it will make you feel that you have taken a very wise decision.
Yes. That aspect actually we are not discussing in this video, and but I'll upload in my WhatsApp community. The details I'll collect from Dr. Manjunath after the video, and I'll upload briefly about the thing in my WhatsApp community. Openly, we don't want to discuss that part here. So that's what it's more than money. It is more about work-life balance, and those things are good in that. Yes. I understood that. Super. So. Thank you, Dr. Manjunath, for coming into the interview. And any conclusion points you want to tell the students and post-MD pass out?
First of all, thank you, Dr. Dheeraj sir, for inviting me for this interview and giving me an opportunity to tell to the world through your channel about my experience and the opportunities for the young generation. I'm really thankful to you. A small message to our young generation. See, in India, definitely we know that it is becoming saturated there, and definitely it's not only the work. It's like we have to take care of ourselves. So thinking all these things, we should think out of the box. We should not be hesitant to go out of India to work in other countries, because these are all an experience what you gain in the life, and definitely you will learn a lot by exploring the world. So you can work for a few years in India, you get an experience, then you come back, you come to other countries, you get an experience, and definitely with a good experience you can return back to your homeland anytime.
And one more important thing, why actually I'm doing interviews with all the Middle East friends is many people in India think that when you go to Middle East, you will get de-skilled. That is not the reality. You are actually doing similar work there. So this message also I
Yes.
actually wanted to tell people, because when I interact
True,
with
true. See, there is no much difference in the type of work what I am doing here in India. It's almost the similar work. So there is no hesitation to like definitely you will. I mean, like the kind of work environment what you had in India, similar kind of work environment you will have here as well. And one good thing here is like you get an opportunity to meet the doctors and to get the doctors as your colleagues from different parts of the world. So here, people from Iran, Iraq, Egypt, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, so and Philippines, and also few European doctors. So like you get an opportunity to work with all these kind of colleagues. So and you will be learning a different culture, and you will be learning a lot from them, and you can and they will be learning a lot from you. So it's like an exchange of culture and knowledge. So in that way, like definitely, Gulf is a nice place to work.
Actually, you get upskilled by human relations and leadership skills and all. You develop better when you have multi-centric experience of people.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Okay. So thank you, Manjunath. Okay, then we'll tell bye to our subscribers. Actually, I want to continue the interview more, but I think the duration is increasing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr.
With the Q&A, we'll do one more session after maybe 1 year. I'll
okay.
Note down all the questions, and we can do a Q&A session in the future.
Yeah. Sure. No problem. And I wish you and your subscribers good luck. Yeah. And the world invites you all.
Thank you very much. I will be in India, and I'll be spreading the messages that you people are giving to all the subscribers in India. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.